Well, I learned from Telemate Dreams and why he's going back to Thailand.
Analogy.
Mhm.
DR is like a woman that a man loves that will never love you back. I don't care if you pay her rent. I don't care if you take care of her children.
Right.
I don't care if you pay the operation for her mama to be saved.
Right.
That woman that will never love you back. And every man has at least one woman in his life.
Right. Something else I've seen Telemate Dream that could be a mental health crisis, is that they drive like bats out of hell in
They
DR.
do drive like bats out of hell. But somebody sent me a study the other day, and they said DR is like somewhere like in the top 8 as far as mental health. Like as far as being.
All right, guys, we bring it to you live. This time, not from the greatest state in the union, the Tar Heel state, but I got my man Telemate Dreams in the house. Guys, this is my first day in the DR. As you guys, I'm tired. But Telemate, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the infrastructure, especially the room. But Dominican Republic, you about to make your hiatus back to the land of the rising sun, man. How do you feel about the whole process of migrating back to the Dominican Republic, back to Thailand, coming from Thailand back to the DR, only to go back to Thailand again?
I'm gonna tell you, for me, it's not really a migration. It's sort of me like going home. So Dominican Republic used to be my second home. I'm American, so of course America, USA will always be my first home.
Right.
No matter how much I disagree with the government, the politics, whatever.
The politics.
But I'm born and bred. I'm born and bred, American. So Dominican Republic has always been that second home.
Yes, sir.
But since I moved to Thailand, I lived in Thailand over a year. So Thailand is now my second home. Dominican Republic, my third home. So I migrate between the three of them every year. And I love it, man. I mean, everything that Dominican Republic can offer me, Thailand does. So I call it, I call it a win-win. I come down here to Dominican Republic, I get a chance to spend time with my baby girl.
Yes, sir. Right.
Which is my most important priority when I'm here in Dominican Republic, and that's always a blessing. That's always good. So I spent about 4 or 5 months here. I've been here since October, but now it's time to go home and and live life. I'm headed to China, Macau, China, in May. I'm gonna do Macau, China for 5 days, and we're gonna do Hong Kong for 2 days, and then we're gonna head on up. So man, listen. So if you want to follow what I'm doing, join me on Telemate Dreams TV,
no doubt,
on YouTube, and enjoy the fantastic journey, man. It's a great ride, man. Listen, life is not a dress rehearsal.
Right.
You better live it right.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You told me about a therapist you saw up here, and I'm a licensed therapist, and there are a lot of travel therapists coming on the scene, and he talked about the beauty and the vitality of being on the beach. How many expats do you see Telemate on the beach? Professional men, professional women, and them living the American dream while traveling remotely.
On a daily basis, you will always see expats on the beach here in Dominican Republic, whether you at El Poblito Beach, which is a popular beach, and a lot of expats stay in that community, or whether you're out on the Malecon, you will always see expats along what we call the casetas, the restaurants, right along the Malecon. So we are embedded in the community. So you never have to worry about being alone. You never have to worry about feeling like, hey, I'm not going to meet nobody who doesn't understand me. And like I said, just on a communal level, because we all need that community.
Yes, sir.
It's a fantastic place, man. So I got nothing bad to say.
But man, you doing your thing, man. You looking good, man. I know we were jokingly laughing. You said you put on a few pounds, man. Is the food here, man? Is the food here that rich?
It's the food. Now the food is Thailand. Thailand is about healthy living. I mean, it's embedded in their culture. DR is about party.
Right.
And you can see there's a difference. There's a different level. Now you can go to Thailand and party your ass off, but the culture. It's about healthy living. It's about healthy thinking. It's about communal. It's about respecting the environment. So it's a whole different thing. DR, man, they want to fry everything. They want to party. And you'd be out on the beach and there's nothing to see people throwing cartons right on the beach, just garbage, man. And I'm like, man, they don't even know the jewel that they have. You do not see that in Thailand.
Right. Yeah, I've seen a lot of trash here. Something else I've seen tailor-made drink that could be a mental health crisis is that they drive like bats out of hell in
They
DR.
do drive like bats out of hell. But somebody sent me a study the other day, and they said DR is like somewhere like in the top 8 as far as mental health, like as far as being good.
Oh, really?
Like 5, 6 or something like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Wow. I'm
But
shocked.
but DR, but where they got mental health is good in DR. DR is number 1 in most motor fatalities.
Yes, man. Yeah. I was in Brazil twice. They drive crazy up there. I've been in New York. But this is bizarre, man. This is lethal. I mean, my taxi driver literally almost hit a little girl coming up because she was driving wild and driving.
But that's good driving. Let me tell you something. This is how they see it here.
Right.
So when I was driving I would almost get into an accident 3-4 times a day. Never happens when I'm in the U.S. Right. But here they said, did you hit the person? No. That's considered good driving.
Really?
So every day you're going to almost hit somebody.
Right.
Trust me. It's just the way they do. But consider good driving as long as you don't hit them.
Right.
You good.
Right. You talk about the Thai food. We're going to end this little short impromptu. You talked about Thai food. You talked about also Dominican food. They have a lot of rice.
Fry every goddamn thing. Over fried. Yeah.
Which can lead to a fatty liver, all that sugar from the rice. And then you talk about like Thailand with the noodles, with the lean cuisine.
Vegetables, fruits, everything. Now, Thailand has a very healthy lifestyle, and it's in front of you all the time.
Right.
So it's nothing to walk down the street and you smell fresh vegetables cooking. It's nothing to walk down the street and you got fresh watermelon, different melons, shelling, bananas. I mean, just fresh fruit. It's in front of you all the time.
Right.
So you don't feel like reaching for that bag of potato chips. Like here, if I'm hungry, I may stop at the Kamado and grab a bag of chips.
Right.
In Thailand, if I want a snack, I'll grab, the lady at the corner, grab some grapes, grab some watermelon.
Right.
It's that healthy choice that stays in front of you all the time. And then here, people always want to say, hey man, meet me at the bar, have a drink.
Yeah.
A lot of time when people need to talk to you, especially in Thailand, they'll ask you what time you taking your walk. I'll go ahead and join you on your walk. So it's a whole different mindset.
Right.
It's a whole different mindset.
Right.
Thailand is a very healthy, health conscious place. Like I said, spiritually, emotionally, physically, food-wise, it's just a much healthier place to live.
Yes, sir. Taylor May, you're an empath. You and I have talked extensively about mental health, depression. Moving from Thailand back to DR, from DR back to Thailand. What has it done for you mentally?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I'll explain DR in one analogy. DR is like a woman that a man loves that will never love you back. I don't care if you pay the rent. I don't care if you take care of her children.
Right.
I don't care if you pay the operation for her mama to be saved.
Right.
That woman that will never love you back. And every man has at least one woman in his life that you absolutely love, and she just will never love you back.
Really?
When I moved to Thailand, I moved with a different mindset. And I tell people, if you want to move to DR, you need to move to DR with the mindset I moved to Thailand.
Right.
When I moved to Thailand, I said, I'm not going to invest emotionally or mentally.
Right.
Meaning,
Right.
when I moved to Thailand, I'm about getting my health together. I'm about meeting people, having fun. I don't get involved with the politics. I don't get involved with the orphanage. I don't get involved with charities.
Right.
I don't get involved with trying to save the world.
I see your point. Right. You're not talking about a literal woman. You're talking about the culture itself. You know, you invest.
Exactly.
Right, gotcha.
Exactly. When I moved here, you know, I brought, and DR is still good for, I always tell people, if you're going to invest in DR, invest in real estate and separate that from any other emotional investment.
Right. Stay tuned for part 2 of the show with Tailor-Made Dreams and I. Be well.